Topic of this video is don't judge everybody based on your perspective. And that could mean a billion things, okay? But mainly right now what I wanted to say is what I've noticed, and I'm gonna give you even an example of what I'm trying to say. Don't judge based on your perspective. So, example, I'm going through something. Say I'm going through something. And maybe what I'm going through, it may not be as bad to somebody else, but to me, for this time being, it's hard. And just because I want to vent about what's going on, and maybe I might have thoughts about what's going on, it doesn't mean that I'm complaining about what's going on. Sometimes somebody's speaking to somebody, or maybe somebody just listening, sometimes that can be their therapy. You know, it doesn't necessarily always mean that somebody's complaining because you hear them speaking about their problem. You have some people that they need to vent because if they don't, it eats on them in the inside. You know, even thought maybe that's why addictions start. You know, maybe why drug addictions start, alcohol addictions, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes that can be somebody's therapy, just listening. Somebody just listening to them. That could be a therapy for them. So I just don't find it right that, you know, if somebody wants to vent, that they be cut out and shut off like that and immediately just pounded upon and called ungrateful and saying that they're complaining. It's not that they're complaining. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own way. Some people might go to sports as their therapy. Some people might go to the beach as their therapy. But then there's other people that speaking can be their therapy. Just talking about the situation or talking about what might be going on with them. It can maybe be an energy release for them so that they can relax. Like I said, the speaking can be a therapy for them. And what I mean by like judging everybody based on your perspective. If you're a billionaire, you can't judge how somebody else is feeling in poverty. That's impossible. Just because you have all this money, you're going here, you're going there, you're having a good time, you're doing this and that. And then you're going to say to the other person, because they might put on Facebook or something, oh, I'm having a bad day. Oh, you better be grateful for life, health, and strength. We understand all of that. You should be grateful regardless. Every single day you should be grateful. You should be grateful that you're alive, you got your health, you got your strength, you got everything. And you should always be grateful for these things. But that doesn't mean that we don't have bad days. And people in poverty, I can tell you firsthand, it's very hard to look at the positives when all you see is the negatives. It's very hard to look at life as a certain visual when you are always out and the person may be stuck in the house because they don't have the money to go nowhere. You may have the money to go somewhere. The other person may not. You know, you may have the money to go out and get your nails done, your hair done, go get a massage, go get get a haircut. But the other person may not. They may be in the house starving to death. So you can't judge everybody based on what you see or what you perceive. Because like I said, just because a person's situation can be worse, that doesn't make it any better. So maybe sometime us as people need to try listening to people more often. Maybe it'll be a lot less suicides. Maybe it'll be a lot less drug addictions and alcohol addictions. Maybe we need to just sit down and pray for each other. You know, share stories back and forth. Maybe you can relate with each other. But it's not always about judging someone. Complaining and venting is two different things. Venting about something is basically letting out energy, letting out stress energy. Complaining is just bringing negative energy, constantly just piling on something that you can't change. And, you know, every little thing, you know, you just complain about. Like, nothing can make you happy. That's complaining. But it's a difference, you know. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. A whole lot more could be said. But, you know, I don't have all day to just stand here and just talk to the camera. But I really, really wanted to get that out there. Don't judge everything and everybody based on your perspective. Because maybe from your perspective, and maybe the state that you're in is a great state, but somebody else is not. Just like, for instance, I hear a lot of people saying any day above ground is a great day. That's very true. But it may not be for that homeless man, his knees clicking together because he's so weak and because he's so skinny. You know, it may not be a great day above ground because somebody just lost their mother or just lost their sister or lost their brother or just came down with a sickness. You know, so maybe, like I said, listening to one another and praying for one another and really being there for one another like we should, rather than always pounding down about how worse it can be. Because like I said, it don't matter how bad it can be. Okay? What matters is what the person is feeling at that time. Have a good night.